As a passionate fisherman, this video excites me. Hello and welcome to today's video. My name's Finn and you're here with Angus Oink, and today we're doing cold smoked salmon. We're going to be taking this beautiful Scottish salmon and we're going to be using our own Angus Oink curing pack, which has two different varieties of fish curing here, to cure and then smoke this beautiful Scottish salmon. I'll talk you through this bad boy in a minute. First, I'm going to talk you through this. This is our very own Angus Oink curing pack for fish. Inside our pack we have everything you need to get this done at home. Reusable bags with our black gloves, two different fish cures. We've got a gin and tonic fish cure, we also have a beetroot, orange and dill fish cure. First things first, before we get to the curing stage, we're going to fillet our salmon. Look at that, how's that for a fish? So the first step to filleting your fish, we're going to make our first incision behind the gills here. So now we've given ourselves a line to separate our fillet. Our next step is we're going to break the skin right along the spine to start carving out our fillet. Key to a clean fillet of salmon is a nice sharp knife. Follow the bones right down the centre of the fillet. Now can you hear that? That is the sound you want to hear for a nice clean fillet. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to trim the fillet down a little bit and get the cuts we need for our curing. So I'm going to take a little bit off the head end. Nothing goes to waste. This will be getting barbecued in a minute. So I'm just going to trim the tail here, about here where it starts to thin down to the tail. Beautiful. There we go. So what I'm going to do with this now, I'm going to cut into half and it's going to give us two lovely big bits ready for curing. There we are. Now that we've separated our fillet into two nice bits ready for curing, always important to check along the centre line for your pin bones. If you're starting from scratch like myself, they'll definitely be there, but even the fishmongers and supermarkets can miss them sometimes, so always check and use tweezers to remove them. Now it's time to get curing. We're going to start off our gin and tonic cure, and then we're going to move on to our beetroot, orange and dill cure. But just look at this. Brilliant. So apply it to the salmon and be generous. It's only salt in the cure, so you can't overcure it with quantity. Massage it in with the base layer, and we provide the gloves, so it's best to use them. Keeps everything clean and keeps the salt out of your fingernails. Beautiful. Don't be afraid to be liberal, get as much on there as you can. You want to get a nice thick base layer. Second fillet. I'm going to repeat the exact same process with the next cure. I wish this was smell-o-vision. If you could smell how fragrant this is stunning. So the exact same as the last time, we're going to start off by adding our base layer and we're going to be very liberal. Exact same process. Massage it in, make sure you're getting good coverage. So now we're going to transfer this into a reusable bag. We're going to add more on top and we're going to make sure it's got that centimetre thickness on top. Okay. Now that we've got our salmon fillet submerged in our cure, it's now time to set it aside and give it that 6 hours it's going to need to draw all the moisture out of this, and wait until you see the colour of this once it's finished. For the purpose of the film, I was going to wear the same clothes given that we've cured it and we're now back filming, but we live in Scotland and it's a bit nippy, so the jacket's going on. However, we now have our fish cured and it's washed off out the cure. We've got the gin and tonic and we've got the beetroot here. Next up, we're going to start smoking them. We've spritzed both of these after they've come out the cure with alcohol. Obviously gin for the gin and tonic, and we've used vodka for the beetroot one, so that should hopefully add a nice little flavour profile. We've got two different types of wood for these two salmon fillets for cold smoking. We're going to start off nice and simple. We've got a beechwood dust for the beetroot, and that's going to be quite light and it's not going to be overpowering, but we're getting creative and we're going to try a little experiment with the gin and tonic one. We've got juniper. So it's a little bit coarser, but it should burn nicely in the CSG. So let's get over to smoking and get going. Right, we've got our juniper here. Now, the juniper is a wee bit coarser than the dust is, so we've improvised. We've got our sieve here, little sieve, and what we're going to do, we're going to fill the sieve, and then we're going to put some charcoal on it to let it burn through, and that's how we're going to cold smoke. The beauty of when you're cold smoking is, depending on what kind of chips or dust or type of wood you're using, you're going to get a different amount of smoke flavour, and you're going to get different profiles in your smoke flavour as well. Now that the juniper chips are firing away nicely, we're ready to go. So here is our gin and tonic salmon. Place it right in the middle there. So we're going to check that in about 6 hours time. The beauty of all this, if you want to try this at home, go over to angusoink.com. Not only can you find the smokers, the CSG cold smokers, we've got all the cures, we've got the how-tos, everyone's there. It'll be fine. Let's take a sneak peek. Yeah, boy! So our gin and tonic salmon has been smoking away for a while now and it's almost done. So now it's time for us to set up our ProQ cold smoke generator. These are cool bits, okay? We use our fine wood dust, which is important so it can be compacted in nice and tight so it burns and smoulders nice and slow, which is crucial to getting a good smoke. Light your tea light, put it in the allotted slot and let it get going. It takes about 5-10 minutes to get burning and smouldering. But once it's going, you're ready to start smoking. We'll get it in the bottom of the ProQ smoker once it's ready. Now it's time to get going. Let's get this smoking. Got a ProQ smoker here. Look at that, man. Right. Take our salmon and put it right in the middle there. So we've got the ProQ CSG in the bottom, burning the beech dust in the ProQ smoker, full setup. So with one round burning, we're going to be about 12 hours smoking, and that should do it. It'll be quite light, but that's exactly what we want. We don't want it to overpower the beetroot. So we're all finished with the smoking. We've got the beetroot, which has had a super light smoke in the beechwood dust, and we've got our gin and tonic cured salmon, which has been given a nice light smoke in the juniper. Now this is my personal favourite part of the fish curing process, the part where we get to try it. Now, it's not great to be eating on camera, so I'm going to use my behind the scenes helpers to do the tasting. You see the crew gets bigger now. There we go. Right. Leave and get one for the cameraman, seeing as he's been so good. You still use your hand? There you go. Perfect. You'll need sound effects. How's that tasting?
Well.
Now, we've given the beetroot one a super light smoking. Just look at it, man. Look at it, it even looks tasty. So I'm going to cut this with a slight angle. There we go. It cuts so easily as well. Beautiful texture and consistency to the salmon. Because it's not been given a heavy smoke, it's still got that lovely softness and it's not too firm as well. Beautiful. You've got a beautiful hue of pink from the beetroot as well. Gonna rely on our camera guys again. Let's hear the verdict.
Oh man.
Sounds like a winner. So thank you very much for joining us on this video, curing this beautiful salmon, and we hope you give it a shot at home. If you do, let us know how you get on. We'd love to see the photos. So until next time, cheerio. Hey, remember to subscribe to Angus Oink! I can't. Oh, God. Put your hands on your head.
What a whopper!
Looks like my ex.
That's good.
Can we not put that in the video?
Why not?